Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel for another strategies, tactics and boosts video. And although it's been a little messy this week, there's been a little confusion. We know that we have a live Formula One uh, race in Las Vegas, and F1 class not usually, until now it was always following the Formula One's schedule. So it should be the Las Vegas event GP this week, but unfortunately, as has announced, they had some issues with the update 32. So we are skipping, we are postponing, they are postponing Las Vegas GP. It will come in 2 weeks time, and instead of that, this week we are going to race the Red Bull GP, the Red Bull Team Series GP. So uh, let's go and uh, see the tracks for the qualifying round. We're going to see the qualifying round today in this video, and as always on Friday's video we are going to see the opening and final round. Let's go and check our tracks. So as you can see, we are racing in Miami, Mexico, Bahrain, Sakir Desert, and Melbourne, Australia. Now, let's be careful about it, about these tracks, because in Miami, we are going to have high temperatures above 30. So, we are going to talk about which tires we have to use because of these high temperatures. In Mexico City, we have 12% chance of raining, so we'll see both dry and wet conditions. And look, in Bahrain, temperatures might be as low as 13, as high as 39, and this is going again to play a major role in our decision, of which tires are we are going to choose. The only the only race without any issues is Australia, Melbourne. No high temperatures, no rain, just a dry race with normal temperatures. So it's going to be, and we're going to talk about opening and final round. There are also very interesting things to say about it, but let's stick to the qualifying round for this video. Okay, here we are. So let's start race one, Miami. And of course, we are not going to change our strategies. It's going to be 2-2-3 and 3-2-2, but where you see medium, probably you're going to need hard. The same here. We did it 1 week back, 1 week before, so we are going to do it again. And the stints with softs, if you have good tire management, it's okay, you can do it with softs. If you want to push a lot in the stints with the 2 laps, with 2 laps, then maybe mediums would be a solution. So be careful, and depending on your tire management, decide which compound you're going to use. Probably hard for the stints with the 3 laps, and then depending on how much you want to push and your tire management, softs or medium for the 2-lap stints. Next one is Mexico, the one that costed me the podium last Sunday. And again, here, the second best strategy, 5-3, medium soft. The fastest one is soft medium. And an alternative is 3-5, soft medium. There was a discussion about whether I should have gone for 3-5 when I saw that I had a maxed out opponent in Mexico, and maybe this could give me an edge against him, because mainly we followed the same strategies and the bot was maxed out, so I should have make something different in order to try and gain an advantage. Maybe I will try it. I will try 3-5 and I will see if it works. But my first two choices will be 5-3 and 4-4. Mexico is a track like Hungary, is a track that if something goes wrong, then it's difficult to get back. Now, if it rains, of course, 4-4, the bots will go 5 laps. Maybe some of them will go 6 laps. So, 4-4. If you are afraid of stacking, you can choose 3-5. Especially, okay, this needs to be corrected. It's if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid mainly. But if you are at the top of the grid, yes, then 5-3, you can pit with the bots. If you are at the top 3, you don't care about traffic in the pit lane. But mainly our best choice wherever we are is this one. Okay, third race in Bahrain, and of course, as I said, there is an alternative when you are at the back of the grid. If you are afraid of going for 2 pit stops, you can do 1 pit stop, equal stints, 4-4 with mediums. But this strategy and these two, 2-3-3 and 3-3-2, all softs, depend on the temperature. If we have over 30 degrees, then maybe 4-4 with mediums is a bad choice, because we can. It's difficult to push even with lower temperatures. Now with high temperatures, maybe 4-4 would be with hards, and I don't like hards here in Bahrain, so maybe we should go. We should leave any thought out about 1 pit stop. But even 2 pit stops here, if you don't have good tire management, with high temperatures, you will not be able to do 3 laps with the softs and push. So decide which stint you are going to push and which stint you are going to conserve. The stints that you are going to push, do them with mediums. The stints that you are going to conserve, do them with softs. And I'm talking about only the stints that are 3 laps. 2 laps with softs, even with 45 degrees, is okay. So you have to decide in which stint you are going to push. You are going to use mediums, especially if your tire management isn't so good. And of course, only if the temperature is over 30, because as we saw, we might have temperatures 13 degrees or 39 degrees. So be careful before starting before you start the race, so you can choose correctly your compounds. And finally, we have Australia. No rain, no high temperatures. Here, tire management is an issue. Tire degradation is an issue. 5 laps, if we want to go 5-3, it's hard, soft. We cannot go with mediums 5 laps. It's difficult to go 5 laps to go 4 laps with mediums. So 5 laps is out of the question. A second strategy, especially if you are at the back of the grid, again, one pit stop, medium hard. If your driver can support 4 laps with medium, you will be a little bit, you will conserve a lot, but you will have a full power unit for your second stint when you want to push. Of course, this is only if you have over 92, 93 tire management, else it's going to be very slow, a very slow strategy, because you have to conserve both stints, 8 laps. So only if you have great tire management you can use here. But if you ask me, my favorite strategy here in Australia is 2 pits, all softs. Of course, if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, but if you are not afraid and if you believe you are going to have a good race start, if your drivers have good race start, even if you start at the back of the grid, try it. With softs in Australia, we overtake very easily all the opponents. It's the same thing like in Canada, because all the bots, everyone is using hards and mediums. It makes it very easy to overtake them with softs, and the time we are losing for an extra pit stop, we gain it inside the track. And if you're afraid of this time that you're going to lose in your pit stop, then instead of what you see here, Cooper, Movember, Herald, because Australia is a cornering track, go for Merlion, or even better, if you are afraid about the pit stops, you can go for Tune In. 25, okay, sorry, here it is, 25 plus 25 in pit times. This means half a second in every pit. So this means 1 second for both your pit stops. And of course, you have some cornering and some speed. But if you don't have Tune In and you have wood, maybe this would be even better, because we have again 25 in pit times, 10 in cornering, which we needed in Australia, and 15 in overtaking. And when we start at the back or in the middle of the grid and our driver isn't maxed out in overtaking, it's somewhere, it's below 80, okay, then this will work perfectly. As it is now, this will work perfectly, because it has all we need: fast pit time, so we can do 2 pit stops; cornering, because Australia is a cornering track; and overtaking, because that's why we use softs. That's why we go for 2 pit stops, to use softs to be able to overtake. So we boost our overtake with wood, and maybe this is the best choice for this track. And I'm thinking of, I'm considering using it, although I start at the top of the grid, and mainly I will need to overtake at the beginning, and then probably it would be okay. Let's hope. But yes, go for it. I believe for this strategy, wood is the best choice in Australia now, because we have now boosted boosts. If it stops, I don't know what will happen. Okay, so yeah, it's Tuesday's video is always a quick one, only 4 tracks. So of course, don't forget, as you see at the bottom, yeah, here and one here in there in my office, Verstappen and Perez are the boosted drivers with 10%. So yeah, of course, if you have them, use them. Very, very, very important. They will be as it was Hamilton and Russell last week, the same impact in the results Verstappen and Perez will have this week. Okay, so let's see our tracks once more. Miami with high temperatures, be careful about your tires. Mexico, maybe with rain. Bahrain, be careful of the temperatures. If it's lower than 30, we go for softs, no problem. If it's higher than 30, depending on your tire management and when and where you want to push, decide softs or medium. And of course, Australia, no rain, normal temperatures. We talked about it, and yeah, and good luck. That's it. Don't forget, read the description below. I have my Discord server link. Join there. You will find all my strategies posted in my Discord server, and of course, you can ask anything you want. We can talk about anything you want. Any questions you might have about the game. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and come back for my next video or live stream. Great races, great results. I wish to everyone, and see you next time. Bye everybody. Bye.